Tonight,
It's just the worst situation ever.
a test of loyalty
The pink team had the lowest percentage, and by that rule, they should go home.
with two alliance couples up for elimination.
I did not want to write their names down.
Losing is forever.
Who will go home?
I'll be angry if they turn, mate.
But can the boys trust the girls to keep the faith?
We've both prepared ourselves for either verdict, but we've realised there's a lot of firm relationships here.
And a world champion joins the team, Anthony the Man Mundine.
I was expecting Elise and Tennille to be under the yellow line. I wasn't expecting Phil and Dave to be anywhere near the yellow line.
Well done, Blue Boys. You turned it all around this week, and I was really happy for you. You know, you worked hard and you got the results, and great for Phoebes. I think that was the highlight for me today. Seeing you up there, Ginger Ninja, you were proud as punch, mate. And
Thank you.
it was terrific, you and Wayno. It was great.
I think the fact that, you know, under the yellow line, there's me and Dave and Elise and Tennille, and I think, you know, a lot of the couples would think for sure we were the bigger threat.
I know it's a really horrible situation to be put in, and you feel guilty no matter what decision you end up making. So, you know, don't for a second feel bad about it, because it's part of the game and we all have to do it at one stage. Being below the yellow line is one of the worst feelings, and being there with Phil and Dave, I know we might be getting sent home because of the rules of the firm alliance. The lowest percentage couple are the ones to go.
The rules are, if two of the firm members fall below the yellow line, then the person who has the lowest percentage gets home, yeah.
It's just the worst situation ever. We've got the girls who are like our sisters, and we've got our adopted dads as well. Both couples are really supportive, and I love having you both in our groups, and it's going to be a really hard decision. It's just going to suck either way.
I feel absolutely sick about having to make the decision when it comes to voting out Elise and Tennille or Phil and David.
Hey, guys. Our firm alliance had to get together. We had to have a meeting to discuss who would be going home at the elimination. Two of our members had fallen below the yellow line. We knew our rules quite clear, but I wanted to get a meeting just to see where everyone's headspace was. Bit depleted tonight. Yeah.
Worst situation.
Yeah. Real hard decision here. All right. Obviously, two of our members go under. I have very firm views on this whole thing. I mean, I'm set in my ways that we made a pact. According to our rules of the firm alliance, the lowest percentage goes home. The pink team had the lowest percentage, and by that rule, they should go home. I can understand they're your best friends, and you guys are going to have to make a decision one way or the other.
I think for us, you know how difficult it's going to be, because we've made such a great bond with the girls, and they're like our sisters. And, like, you know, we said to them that we would never want to ever write their name down. And
none of us want to write their name on the thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't have a choice.
I suppose, you know, I know I'm very new to all this, but from outside of the firm, I see Dave and Phil as the bigger threat than Elise and Tennille.
Well, I think that, you know, Dave is injured. And, you know, do you really think that he can continue on in his competition while he is injured and in the state that he's in?
I just intend on sticking to the rules that I thought we set. And if you guys decide to go the other way, then obviously that's your decision. But I think that if something like that occurs, then the firm itself would be dissolved in a lot of ways, I think. Yeah. And I think then it would become us fighting against each other.
If Jana and Lisa vote for us and Shannon and Chris vote because we get no idea where they sit, and all it takes is for, say, the girls to turn and see you later.
Can we trust the girls?
I'd like to think so, Joey, because if we can't, you just don't know what they're going to do in the future. It's going to bust the firm up.
I'll be angry if they turn, mate.
Yeah.
If they turn now, well, then they've shot themselves in the foot, because, you know, if Caitlin and Dana fall down and they turn on us this week, well, then, you know, payback's a bitch.
Yeah, I guess if Caitlin and Dana use their head, they probably could look at voting us out, because we would be the bigger threat to them than the twinnies, Elise and Tennille. But again, because they're in the firm alliance, the whole soul of it is these rules that we've got, and they've just got to stick to it, and we just got to pray that they will.
We don't know which way it's going to go, but let's just hope everyone stays true, and we're still here after elimination tonight.
Yeah. If things go to plan, well then you still will be here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the firm will still be strong, but
just don't know.
If you were to go against the firm, I don't think, unless you fell below the line with another firm member, that you'd be the targets, because we all know that Jana and Lisa and Shannan and Chris are the targets. So if they were to go for the next 2 weeks, then we might have some more power with us 4 girls. But
yeah, it's just a hard situation. I mean, yeah, like obviously we'd love you guys to talk to the firm and talk to whoever you can to try to get them to keep us here.
If I stay in the competition, I think I have a long way to go. You girls know how negative the last 2 weeks have been, and I'm determined to leave this competition as a positive person, but I don't think I'm going to get that choice.
Knowing Elise doesn't want to go home at this stage, it's just really puts a dagger in my heart. But you're both stunning, beautiful, gorgeous girls with great personalities.
Honey. Not losing us forever. You'll see us soon. You won't be able to get rid of us.
I was very torn between my heart and my head. You know, we've come close to these girls. They are like our sisters, and you know, I did not want to write their names down. Dana and I definitely have to weigh up between, you know, voting with the firm and the firm rules, or backstabbing them and going with Elise and Tennille.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the Elimination Room. Tonight, one couple is going home. Elise and Tennille, David and Phil, this is the first time that you've faced elimination. David and Phil, you've already lost over 60 kilos between you. Elise and Tennille, you came here as twin sisters, and together you've lost 35 kilos. As to who gets to continue their progress here, that's up to the others to decide. Contestants, will the deciding factor be friendship, loyalty, obligation, or strategy? Phil, how much do you still need to be here?
I've still got a long way to go to sort of be the dad I want to be with the kids and have the, you know, have the movement and have all the enthusiasm and probably the skills to go back home and do the job properly, you know, as a father and as a husband. So I'm going to give it my best if I survive today. But look, she's a tough old slog. I'll admit that. There's no doubt about it. Probably the hardest thing I've ever tackled in my life. But you know, we'll definitely want to sort of continue on if we're given the opportunity, especially if it's the expense of these two beautiful girls, you know.
David, how safe are you feeling right now?
I don't feel very safe at all, Hayley. I mean, I look at these two great girls beside me. You know, I love them to bits. And I know the people sitting down the end of this table probably got the hardest decision they have to make. And, you know, either way things go, I respect the decision and, you know, I respect that. But, yeah, I don't feel safe at all, Hayley.
Tennille, why is it so important for you and Elise to stay here as long as possible?
We both have a lot of demons we still have to face and overcome, I think Elise has got a long way to go with her self-confidence, and I think I do too. For too long, I've been hiding behind Elise's low self-esteem instead of facing my own. I put on this cover, then I'm okay, but, you know, deep down I'm not. So it's not just about the physical journey here, it's not about the weight loss, it's about the mental changes as well. And it does scare me that I might go home and those old demons will resurface.
Elise, how are you feeling about the possibility of going home tonight?
We've both prepared ourselves for either verdict. Of course, we want to stay here. You know, this is the whole reason we are here, to change our lives. But if we are to go home, we have to think of the positives, and we get to see our families, and hopefully we continue together at home. And, you know, we've realised there's a lot of firm relationships here. And that might be the reason we go home.
Well, contestants, it's time to find out who the next couple will be to be eliminated from Camp Biggest Loser. The first couple to cast their vote will be the purple team, Jana and Lisa. Please reveal your vote.
For Lisa and I to be able to make this decision, we needed to take the friendship aspect out of it. And we had to consider two factors. The first one being the game. And for Lisa and I to be able to be here in the long term, which of the couples poses us the greatest threat? Second to that, we needed to consider who did we honestly feel was better placed to be able to do this at home. And for that reason, we voted for Phil and Dave.
Next to reveal their vote, the blue team, Chris and Shannan.
Hayley, this has probably been the most difficult thing Chris and I have had to do since we've been here. But what makes it really hard is the fact that despite both couples being in a different training group to us, we've built up, you know, fairly good relationships with both. Chris and I were up most of the night fighting it backwards and forwards because we couldn't come to a decision. But in the end, we had to play by strategy and use our heads instead of our hearts, and that's why we voted Phil and Dave.
Phil and David, you now have 2 votes. If you receive one more vote, you will be eliminated. Wayne and Phoebe, please reveal your vote.
Hayley, this is a hard one for Phoebe and I because Phoebe and I are a new team coming into the competition and Phoebe has her friends here and I have my friends. But when Phoebe came across with me, I let her know that I'd had a firm alliance. And it's no secret that I had a firm alliance with Phil and David. But it probably was a bit of a secret that I had a firm alliance with the 2 girls as well. And with that in mind, it made it a little bit difficult for our decision today. We said when we got together at the start that we would go with loyalty and respect, and that the lowest percentage would have to go home if 2 of us fell below the yellow line. And with that in mind tonight, we had to vote for Tennille and Elise through loyalty and respect.
Elise and Tennille, you now have 1 vote. Phil and David, you have 2 votes. Next to reveal their vote will be the green team, Rick and Joe. Please reveal your vote.
Hayley, this has to be the worst possibility for both me and Ricky. The fact is that I'm also in a firm alliance with Phil and Dave, and the funny thing is that I'm also in it with the twins. So on that note, I also had to vote Tennille and Elise.
Elise and Tennille, you now have 2 votes. Phil and David, you also have 2 votes. Caitlin and Dana, the future of these 2 couples now comes down to you. Whichever couple you vote for will be going home. Caitlin and Dana, please reveal your vote. Elise and Tennille, you now have 2 votes. Phil and David, you also have 2 votes. Caitlin and Dana, the future of these 2 couples now comes down to you. Whichever couple you vote for will be going home. Caitlin and Dana, please reveal your vote.
Well, Hayley, considering Dana and I are the 5th couple in this firm alliance, you know, I honestly hoped this day would never come. We hoped that we all would get to the final 10 and that we wouldn't have to vote one of us out. But we all made a pact at the start, and we were forced to vote for Elise and Tennille. We love these girls like they're our sisters. And, you know, I know we'll always be friends forever. And it takes more than a piece of cardboard to get rid of me.
Caitlin, did you know that Wayne was going to reveal the alliance tonight?
I had no idea. I'm glad he did, because when we were deciding what we were going to say, I said it would just be so much easier to just tell the truth and not have to make up some story as to why we're voting out the girls when, you know, we love them so much that we didn't want to do it. But because I don't want to be seen as someone that will give you their word and then will turn back on it at the drop of a hat.
Did you give your word to the girls that you wouldn't vote them out?
We had an agreement with the girls that we didn't want to write their name down. I think they understand why we did it. And if the role was reversed and we were sitting there, I'd expect nothing less of them.
And we purely understand where they're coming from, and we said that's okay because we made these rules and that's what you have to do.
Chris, did you know about the alliance?
I knew to a certain extent. Like, we knew stuff was there in the first place, we just didn't know exactly how it works or basically your rules. Now we just know your rules.
Tennille, how confident are you that you and Elise will continue your journey on the outside?
Haley, I'd like to say I'm 100% confident, but you never know what's going to be thrown against us. But I just know I'm going to do my best, and I know Elise is going to do her best as well. And if she drops, she's getting picked up again. So I know there's not a moment that will go by that we won't give up. And you know, we'll have our family there for support, so you can't ask for more than that. And I know I'll miss these guys so much because they are my second family, but I just think we'll be giving it our all.
Well, Elise and Tennille, it is time to say goodbye to your fellow contestants and to Camp Biggest Loser.
Sorry. It's all right. See you, Ricky.
See you, girls.
Bye, girls.
Well, contestants, it's time for a change. Life here, as you know it, at Camp Biggest Loser, is about to be shaken up. Be prepared for anything. So my warning to you is don't get too comfortable. Good luck, and I'll see you all soon.
I can't believe we're back in barrel.
I know, it's surreal.
Great. Look at that, don't they? Look beautiful. They do.
Elise, you weigh 104.6 kilos. Tennille, you weigh 97.4 kilos.
It's been 2 months since leaving Biggest Loser, and it's an amazing feeling. I feel like a new person.
Elise and I are exercising 7 days a week, and we love it. I never thought I'd say that exercise used to be my enemy. I love being able to go shopping now and be able to find clothes that we like. We aren't limited just to what fits. Before coming into Camp Biggest Loser, we were in a size 16 to 18, but now we're both a size healthy 10 to 12. My name's Tennille Cameron. I am 24. I weigh last time I weighed myself, about 101.
And I'm Elise, and I'm the heavier twin. I've always been heavier, and I'm about 105.
I was in denial. I didn't realise we were so overweight. We didn't look like the young girls that we were.
Even when I was tinier, I was always the bigger one. You could see how unhappy she was, and it was me, and it's really hard to see that. If we hadn't come on to The Biggest Loser, I think Tennille and I both probably would have been another 5 kilos heavier by now.
I know now I have a future. I know Elise has a future. And the most important thing is it's not just going to be a bleak future. We're going to be happy and healthy.
Coming up on The Biggest Loser.
We are the leftovers.
Shannan forms his own alliance.
And we will do everything we can to take the firm down.
And Phil mixes it with the man.
As I walked back to the lounge room after elimination, Elise and Tennille had just gone home. I was a bit devastated. A lot had been revealed at the elimination, so I knew the couch talk was going to be pretty intense.
I have to say that, we've got a firm happening over here. Blue and purple firm, and we are a force to be reckoned with.
We're a company.
I don't doubt it. It's nice how we're all over this side of the room. That's all right. Blue and purple have always been a force to be reckoned with. We are the leftovers. We are fine with that. I'm the president of the leftovers, and we will do everything we can to take the firm down. You guys have obviously stuck to a game plan that you started from the start. I can respect that. You guys have got a goal, and so do I, so does Chris. So as I said there, as long as all of us can maintain that weight loss and stay above that line, that just ruins all your plans, as you found out today.
Providing it stays that way, babe.
Yeah. Providing it stays that way, yeah. There is a chance of a twisty.
There is.
I'm not angry about the alliance. It takes a lot to get me angry. Probably disappointed is more what I am about it, due to the dishonesty of the girls at times.
We'll leave you to have a meeting.
The only drawback to the firm being out in the open is the fact that, blue and purple now know if they fall below the yellow line, they're going home. So it gives them motivation to stay above the yellow line next week.
I know it's going to be harder, but we've just got to have to step up an extra hour in the morning, an hour at night time, you know what I mean? So I don't think they can physically do any more. I know Chris will stick to what he did last week because that worked for him. But we're going to have to step it up. And if it means getting up at 5 in the morning, we get up at 5 in the morning. I don't really give a damn, but they've got to go on the whole.
We owe it to Tennille at least. They've taken a hit for us, and we owe it to them.
Arriving at Camp Biggest Loser today, I really felt that I would have my full team intact.
They've had a great week, they've trained hard, the nutrition's been good. We're going really well.
Morning, Michelle.
Oh my God.
Not good.
It absolutely gutted me. I've done so much work with Elise and Tennille this week. I really felt that we were starting to make some headway. What happened? I can't believe it. I'm so devastated. I cannot believe it. I really honestly didn't think that anyone...
Well, 2 of us fell below. We fell below with them. Yeah, can you believe it?
The shock to find out 2 couples from my training group have gone under the yellow line. I mean, these guys have been pulling huge numbers. I would never have expected for them to be under that line. You've got to get strict.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly that's what the other team have done this week.
Yeah, just in relation to the other team, we actually came out in the elimination that we do have an alliance. We've had an alliance with Wayne and Phoebe now, and we've been controlling the game pretty much, all of our training group.
You guys controlling the game. Please! There's only 2 things in the Biggest Loser house that you can control, and that is your food and your training. And getting too bogged down in the politics will only do you a disservice.
Oh, happy days. Happy days.
As soon as I saw my entire training group still together, I was ecstatic. We'd had the odds stacked against us last week. We'd had the toughest week. I'd had breakdowns and breakthroughs with Chris. I had 3 of my training group injured. We didn't have immunity, and still, somehow, my training group had managed to pull it off.
What happened?
First place, Wayne and Phoebe.
Congratulations. What'd you get?
3.8.
Oh, good girl.
What'd you end up with?
6.3.
No.
Biggest loser
Biggest
of the
loser
week.
for the Again.
Loser of the week
Yeah.
again.
Then they dropped the bomb.
It came out in the elimination that there's been an alliance.
What's the alliance?
I'm in the alliance, and Phoebe's in the alliance, obviously being in my team. Dave and Phil, Rick and Joe, obviously the boys, Caitlin and Dana, and Tennille and Elise.
It's going to make things very interesting now, mate. If the alliance is everyone else in Michelle's training group and you guys here, and we have 1 and 1 under when we're even numbers. Be very interesting. If it comes to the point that the alliance votes out one of my training group, and if Wayne is a part of that, it'll come down on him.
I wasn't aware which way Shannon's way would be. Maybe I need to think about it too.
It was always going to be a tough decision here because I've got a lot of respect for Shannon. So I'm just hoping I don't get in that situation where I have to vote out my own teammates.
But, mate, you're your own man and you've earned my respect since you've been here, and, mate, no one's going to tell you what to do, so I hope you're not put in that position for your sake.
After all of the politics inside the house and, you know, it was getting pretty intense, it was time for a good training session.
All right, first training session of the week. Always the best. This one's something special. Got an awesome reward for you all. Reward, definitely a reward. No, honest, it's a reward. All right, let's go.
Next on The Biggest Loser.
1, 2.
The contestants go one-on-one with the man.
Shannon and I both took our training groups up to the yard because we had a special surprise lined up. We'd enlisted a little bit of extra help for this training session, and I think they could see that we weren't mucking around.
The contestants had no idea who we'd brought in for them today. So far, the contestants have received expert training in nearly every field. We've had run training from Matt Shervington. We've had rugby training from the Waratahs. Today, we needed somebody in to teach them how to fight.
When we walked up, we could see someone punching into a punching bag, and I thought, oh no, this isn't going to be pretty.
This man needs no introduction. 3-time world champion.
When Shannan said that this boxer needs no introduction, he's 3-time world champ, I looked at Wayne, he looked at me, and we looked at each other and we knew who it was.
Australia's most famous boxer, Anthony Mundine.
Welcome to the yard. I want to congratulate you guys for making a step in life, a step that's going to really change your life. You know, you just got to keep persevering, keep striving, never give up. And when you walk away from this competition, you're going to walk away with a lot more self-esteem, a lot more pride, and, you know, very proud of yourselves. I'm here today to teach the contestants about mental awareness, strength, discipline, determination. I'm just here to say that anything is possible in life. And if you have a dream and a goal and you work out yourself hard to it, then you can achieve it.
The similarities with Anthony Mundine and these contestants is not that far apart. Yes, he's a supreme athlete, but he's always been the underdog. He's always been slammed and told that he can't do it. And that's exactly the same thing that these guys have been told. All right, gang. So it's straight into circuit training. We've got 6 stations. First one, cardio boxer.
There was 5 stations set up, focusing on boxing style moves and boxing style training routines.
Now the 6th station is with the man.
6 minutes in the ring. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
One side of you is like, yay, I cannot wait to get in there. I mean, this guy is a master of boxing. And the other side of you is like, oh no, I just know this is going to hurt.
First 2 cabs off the rank, Caitlin and Dana.
Let's get stuck into it.
When we were going into the ring first, I just thought, oh no, we're the first to get hammered. So, you know, I was a bit apprehensive, but I was also really excited to get in there and do it.
We've got about 5 to go. Come on. One hard one, big one. Uppercut him. Come on. Come on. I like Caitlin. I think she's going to be a big winner. As far as she impressed me just with her outlook and where she's come from. Bam! Even higher. There you go.
You definitely go into every training session trying to impress Michelle, but to impress Anthony Mundine, it's an amazing thing.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Now, keep working. Go to the next station.
Thanks.
No worries, though. Put them gloves on, champ. Bit slow, you're a bit slow.
It's actually a little bit of a shock when you hop in the ring with him. I'm 6'3" and he's not that tall. He hasn't been knocked out for a while and I fancied my chances a little bit.
Come on, let's go. 30 seconds. 2 minutes for 3, 2, 30. You ain't gonna rest. You ain't gonna rest.
My arms still go that high.
Come on. Come on, chase me. 1, 2, work it. You ain't going nowhere.
The time in the ring with Anthony was awesome. He made our arms turn to butter, which wasn't pleasant, but, you know, that's what it was about, and it was just an amazing feeling.
You keep working. When your arms get tired.
Oh, they're already tired, mate.
No, they're not.
I was feeling pretty good. Then he lifted his arms higher, and I had to punch higher. Like, my arms were already burning, but I just kept hitting and hitting it.
Come on, chase me, chase me, chase me.
Then he said, you know, chase me, and he started backing up, so I just hands up, followed him around, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just kept hitting.
Oh, good, that's great.
Go. It's great.
I was on one of the circuits and Michelle actually came over to me and had a bit of a chat, and she wanted to talk to me about what had happened at the weigh-in.
Between the ages 7 and 10, I got bullied pretty badly, I got kicked, I got punched, I got bashed, I got teased for 4 years.
And I got kicked and punched and bashed at different times. Sometimes during school in the lunch hour, sometimes after school, sometimes down at a corner shop on a weekend. And then one day the 6 of them got me, and they got me down and kicked me in and ruptured my spleen.
No.
And kicked my head in and closed my eye all up. And
The biggest revelation for me today was Phil. You know, he had the worst thing happen to him. He was beaten so badly as a child by these boys at school.
I ended up down this back oval trying to that's where they got me, and I limped out to the street, and this lady pulled up in a car, and a little girl was in the car, and they put me in, they rang the ambulance and took me to the hospital. And I just never really ever recovered from it, unfortunately.
He's lost 60% of his eyesight, and he had to be taken to hospital. I mean, that stuff stays with you, and it resonates for a long time, and it obviously has with him. You start to fight back.
Yeah, I definitely, I think at my age, you know, obviously I want to try and have a lot of years left with my children, but I think I've got to try and make sure that they don't go through the same thing, I guess, and if I could win anything, it'd be just a thrill, you know, just a thrill. But I guess it's not all about that here. It's, you know, it's competing and trying to just do the best
I've
you
got
can.
the right thing for you right now.
You reckon? Yeah.
For those guys that did that to you at school, and the confidence that it knocked out of you, let's get in the ring.
No worries.
Today's training session was perfect timing, because it is time for that man to fight back. It is time for that man to stand up and say, you know what? I'm better than that. I didn't deserve that, but I'm going to prove to you the person that I can be today.
Let's go, Phil. Over top. Left there. That's it. Left there. Come on, baby. We gotta work, baby. Come on, man. Make a difference for your babies. Come on. You hurting? Yeah. Yeah, I want you to keep hurting. Let's go. Come on. You got a minute. Come on. Come on, Phil. You can do it. Come on, baby. Get it all out, baby.
You know, he was saying, hit it hard, get it all out, Phil. You know, I just wanted to let it all out at it. You know, and I hit it as hard as I could, as uncoordinated as I always am, but I gave it everything I had, and I think in a small way it really helped. It really did getting it out.
Double jab right here. Jab right here. Come on. Jab right here. Tommy. Jab right here. Jab right here. Jab right here. Jab right here. Phil's courage, he really impressed me, because you can just see the determination on the man's face. It's written all on his grill. Left uppercut, right uppercut. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Come on, Phil. Come on. No matter what he's put in front of you, what obstacle, what challenge or whatever, that you can overcome anything. All right, let's go. Keep working.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks, Chuck.
Next on The Biggest Loser, can Phil beat the champ to the punch?
Hard and fast, that's how I want you to do it. I know you're getting tired already, huh? Arm fast. Come on, baby, come on. Higher, harder. Just keep working. More speed. Yeah.
All right, guys, time up. Well done. Want everybody to come in, grab a seat on the bleachers.
At the end of the session, Shannan then called us all over to the bleachers, so we all moved over there and sat down, and we knew, well, this isn't the end yet, what's to come?
First of all, contestants, I want to say that you showed all the grit and the determination that you need to be a champion. And I was very impressed with you guys, and I was happy to be a part of it. But there was one guy in particular that showed me the courage and the grit. He dug deep down into his soul, and I want to call him out because he's man enough to step up to the man, and that's Phil. And you got some gloves signed by me.
Signed gloves.
So, this is for you. Pleasure, man. Pleasure, brother.
Coming into Camp Biggest Loser, nobody ever did anything to help Phil. And now his days are filled with people trying to get the best from him. I think the fact that Anthony Mundine had picked him out of the group and seen something special in him meant the world to Phil.
whole thing was pretty funny to see Phil come out swinging straight away just as fast as he could.
Seeing Phil in the ring with Anthony Mundine was possibly the funniest moment that has ever happened in Biggest Loser history in the entire world. I don't know what this is, but it was hilarious.
The last punch of their one-on-one was a nice little hook into Phil's jaw. It was so funny because he was like, what?
It really was one of the most precious moments in my life. It really was. It meant the world, and I'll be forever thankful.
I just want to say it's been an honour and a privilege to work with you guys today. You know, by the time you leave this house, if you keep with the right direction mentally and keep focused and listen to the trainers and doing all the right things, I'm sure you guys will just come out new people and with a you know, cockiness and brashness like myself.
Oh, don't have to try too hard. They've already got that.
I want to thank you, Anthony, for your openness, your friendliness, and the time you took here with all us guys here today. You know, you truly are not just a great boxer, but you're a great Aussie and a genuine person, and we all thank you on behalf of myself.